Hi, I'm Chris Caton, Head of Commercial Product Management. A fundamental responsibility of my role is to ensure we're ahead of any shifts in our market at any time. Shifts in our market mean changes in how customers use our boilers and appliances, and that can be from considerations from safety, ease of install or operation, through to reliability, but the biggest influence on all product performance and technology is legislation. We're on the cusp of some historic decisions from UK government as they decide what energy sources are available to us as a country to use on our journey to net zero. We need to know this so we can develop the right technologies to deliver thermal comfort for all at an affordable price. At the end of 2020, we saw several publications coming out from government and other bodies. These illustrated the expectation that electrification of the UK heat network is almost guaranteed. We also saw that hydrogen will play a role in the UK's pathway to decarbonisation by 2050. Some of the publications that we saw were the 10-point plan, which showed us the Green Industrial Revolution, the Energy White Paper, which was about powering our net zero future, and also from the Climate Change Committee, the 6th Carbon Budget as well. None of these documents were policy, but what they did do is give us a clear indication of what we can expect in the future. So why is hydrogen a potential fuel source? Of course, hydrogen is an attractive gas because of the potential to distribute through the existing grid, which is a huge asset for the UK and is already in place. However, more importantly, it emits zero carbon when burnt, but this of course depends on how green its production was in the first instance. For more information on why hydrogen is a low carbon fuel of the future, please check out our presentation from Crystal Croft, our Project Director for Decarbonisation. So why is hydrogen being considered? The main reason hydrogen is being considered are its green credentials. When burned, hydrogen produces no CO2 emissions, creating just water vapour and the all-important heat. Hydrogen does contain a large amount of energy, making it very efficient. Today, most UK heating runs off natural gas in over 85% of all properties. The existing infrastructure can be utilised and upgraded where required to distribute hydrogen effectively. Despite hydrogen's green credentials, we have to consider the method of production which derives how green it is. So what is the difference between 100% hydrogen, hydrogen ready and 20% blended hydrogen for boilers? 20% blended hydrogen is a mix of 80% methane, 20% hydrogen that will replace the natural gas we've got in the grid today. It's a safe and greener alternative to the gas we use today. The objective is that boilers that are out there and installed, appliances that are already in operation, will continue to work on this gas mix. Boilers operating at 20% blended hydrogen are still classed as natural gas boilers and will require a conversion to operate on 100% hydrogen in the future. 100% hydrogen refers to gas appliances that can operate solely on full hydrogen gas. Hydrogen ready is a term associated with 100% hydrogen and is where a boiler operates on methane, but they can then be converted to hydrogen in the future when the grid is rolled out. The current pathway to 2050 net zero does not forecast distribution until the early 2030s, nor at this stage does it define how widespread it will be. Hydrogen-ready boilers are currently at prototype stage, but will become fully approved appliances in the next few years as regulations and standards are confirmed. So what about the gas network? The UK is supplied by a single gas network which provides gas to all types of properties and appliances. As a result, any change in gas supply impacts all appliances connected to it. This includes boilers, water heaters, decorative fires and cooking appliances. These appliance types cannot be dealt with in isolation. It will be important that training and skills are in place for the safe conversion of homes and buildings from natural gas to hydrogen when that transition occurs. And what other changes are we expecting to see to regulations and standards? Regulations will have to adjust to accommodate hydrogen. An uplift to reduce carbon emissions is currently underway for the Part L building regs, and 2025 will see the introduction of the future building standards. British standards are also being revised to include hydrogen information, and the base hydrogen strategy is due for publication this summer. What does this mean for our products? There's no clear path yet, and many questions still to be answered, but that does not mean we're standing still. Our long-term vision is to support you in selecting the best suited products for your projects, regardless of the fuel source. With our extensive experience in combustion, we have the technology and unrivaled market knowledge to support you on this hydrogen journey. Our work towards 100% hydrogen deployment is underway. However, you need efficient and affordable heating and hot water solutions today. Plus, it's still important to focus on reducing demand as much as possible and controlling products so that no energy is wasted when operating. We will continue to provide boilers that work safely, efficiently, and operate safely on 20% hydrogen blended gas, which acts as a great stepping stone to reach net zero by 2050. Ultimately, we believe there will not be one fuel or technology that will dominate, but a mix. This means you can choose the most appropriate heating and hot water system for your project, and it will ensure the best solution for the country, environment, and your individual building's needs. What is the timeframe for any change to hydrogen? Of the documents released at the end of 2020, they all talk about the potential for domestic boilers to be hydrogen ready after 2025. If this becomes policy, of course, GA UK will be ready. We're leading the commercial boiler discussions at industry and government levels. A date when natural gas appliances can no longer be sold has yet to be committed to, as it has for petrol and diesel cars, but we may well see this change in the coming months. As the policy for conversion of the gas grid to 100% hydrogen is developed, in the shorter term it is likely that the gas grid will permit 20% blended hydrogen within the 2020s to reduce the carbon intensity of our grid. The good news is that our boilers will run on this mix without any modification to the existing technology.